Hi guys, Chris here from Lifestyle Entrepreneur, and thank you for tuning in to the 0 to 100k challenge, where we take you from £0 in your pocket up to £100,000 in the bank, all within 12 months. Now, if you're already subscribed to our channel, you would have seen the episode 1, which was free money, and episode 2, which was return to sender. Now, they are very much in the hustle mode, and we are still in that mode for the next couple of episodes. And hustling is all about just getting runs on the board, money in the bank, so we can start to build our business. Now, this is episode 3, which is the third strategy within the hustle mode. And we're going to be looking at today the house overhaul. Now, what that means is everybody, and I mean everybody, will have something in their house that they either no longer use, they no longer want, they didn't even realise they had, it's tucked away in a cupboard, but they no longer need. And what we're going to do is start to turn those things, those objects, those assets into cash. Because the whole aim of the game at the minute is to get as much cash as possible to be able to move on to the next phase, which is the build phase, which we'll come on to in episode 5. So we'll get stuck in, and what I'm going to share with you today is a couple of things that we found in our home that we need to just get rid of, get sold, turn into cash, so there's no emotional connection to this. And one thing to note is, although we're selling things that we no longer need, there might be things in your home such as like a high value item like a PlayStation that you use, but actually you're willing to sacrifice it in order to build a business, and then you can do what we call the buyback later. So say a PlayStation is a very good example. You sell it now, use the cash to make more money, and then when there's enough money in the business, you take that cash back out, so that investment back out, and rebuy the item. We only recommend doing this if you're really passionate about getting this business going, and also you're willing to take that risk of selling that item. But what we're going to focus on today is those things that lay around the house that you no longer need, that we can just get listed and get sold. So we'll move over to the screen, and I've already uploaded a couple of things which are here, and we'll take you through those in a moment. One thing to note is, if you have loads, and I mean, I've got 2 children, I'm yet to go through all their old toys, all their old clothes, it might be worth going to do some like a car boot sale. So you could list these things either online, or you could take them all to a car boot sale and get it done in a day. Easiest way to find a car boot sale would simply go online. Let's head over to Google and just search for your local car boot sale, and there'll be loads of them. Let's have a look. There you go, there's one local to me in Pullocks Hill car boot sale. It looks like it's on a Sunday. There's a phone number there. If I gave them a call, I'm sure I could very quickly find out how much it is for a pitch, the times I need to be there, all of those things, and then there'll be plenty of others in Google. We're not going to focus on that today because that's a very simple strategy that you can go away and execute yourself. We're just going to take you through what we would do when we're pricing up and looking at the items. So if we start at the top here, we've got a punch bag. This was something I bought during lockdown to get fit. I've used it probably 10 times, like most of us do. You buy fitness gear, it sits in a cupboard. So it's perfect condition. I probably spent maybe 80 quid on the punch bag, 30 quid on the gloves. And the key here is we just want to get this sold and listed as quick as possible. So what we'll do first, let's pop it into our transaction tracker, so the 0 to 100k transaction tracker, which you can download on the Lifestyle Entrepreneur website. The link is in the bio below. So let's put it in there. So this is the punch bag. Oh, brunch bag, probably don't want one of those. Punch bag, that's certainly not going to help you lose weight. The punch bag and gloves, and I reckon we bought this for let's go £110. But we're going to put it down as a free listing. We're putting this into the business for free. It's not cost the business anything. But we need to decide what we're going to list this as. So just to let you know, most people believe things that they own are worth more than they actually are. So if I wanted to sell this for the absolute most, I think I've only used it a handful of times. I'll put it up for 70 quid. That will sit there for a very, very long time. And at the moment, we want to get out of the hustle phase and we want to get into our next build phase where we can start to make some real money. So what we're actually going to list this for is £35. It's a very, very good deal for whoever picks this up. And it's almost giving back for the items that we took for free and sold on. This is where we're going to take something that's worth a lot more than it probably is, and we're going to list it on Facebook Marketplace, potentially on eBay, and we're going to list it for an absolute deal, because the idea is to get this out the door within a day, 2 days, a week at the absolute tops. So we know what it is. We know how to price it. So we just need to go and list it. So Facebook Marketplace is literally our bread and butter for this sort of stuff. It's the easiest place to sell. So if we drag the image over, we can pop this on Facebook Marketplace, list it as a punch bag and gloves. Let's go price, £35, absolute bargain. Category, let's see what there is. Is there fitness? Fitness and activity monitors, no. Let's have a look for gym equipment maybe. Gymnastics, duffel bags and gym bags, play mats. Let's have a look. Let's just go through health potentially. Nope. So you do need to make sure you list this in the right category, because if we put it into pet supplies, no one's going to find it because Facebook won't show it to them because it's in the wrong category. So sporting goods, here we go, exercise and fitness, exercise balls, bands, rollers, push-up bars, weightlifting, other exercise and fitness. There we go. We can go used like new or used good. I'm going to put good because it has got a few scuffs on it. So hardly used, need space back in the shed for other items I am going to buy and likely not use. I put things like this in listings all the time because it'll make someone smile and it'll make them contact you. So a little bit of humour always goes a long way. We don't need to boost the listing. We don't need to hide it from our friends. So if we click next, it'll ask for a location, Bedford, pick up only. I'm not going to deliver. You could offer a delivery, but I personally wouldn't. Click next. And then if you look at all these places, these are all the local and not so local places that I've joined where you can sell things. So if you go onto Facebook now and type in items for sale in the search bar, all of these groups will come up. Join absolutely all of them, because what Facebook allows you to do is literally list in every single one and then click. We'll actually take Nottingham out because I'm sure people won't collect from Nottingham, somewhere where I used to live. And then click publish, and that will go live onto Facebook and onto Facebook Marketplace. Now, one thing to note is if it doesn't sell on Facebook, the next place we're going to go is eBay. So eBay on auction, 7-day listing. Best time for it to end is on a Sunday. So list all of your things that don't sell on Facebook on either the Monday with ending on the Sunday or Sunday for 7 days. It's just when most people are active on eBay and you can sell. You can Google all of this information. So when's the best time to sell on eBay in your area, or when's the best time to sell on Facebook? What's the best pricing? But these are the things that we've found as we've been listing through our strategies. So that's what we're going to do with the punch bag. Now let's have a look at another couple, just as some examples. Here we've got a monitor. Now this one, we've actually got two monitors. Let me bring them both up. So we've got an old monitor and we've got a new monitor. So this Samsung monitor I've had for absolutely years. It's not much use to many people. It's scratched, it's battered. It's a VGA connection. So there's not many laptops now that have a VGA connection, but you can get adapters. So this one is going to be a hard sell. So I'm going to list it for £30. So again, absolute deal for someone who doesn't have a lot of money, who wants a second screen, who works from home. Maybe this is going to go. So we'll go Samsung monitor, and then we'll put old, and we're going to list that one for 30 quid and see if we can get rid of it. If it doesn't sell, I'm just going to keep dropping the price on this one on Facebook. I wouldn't list it on eBay. No one's going to buy it. This is purely a Facebook Marketplace one. £30, and we'll drop it by £10 per week until it gets sold. But the second one is actually a very good quality monitor. So this one I bought a couple of years ago. Again, hardly used it. It was something I bought when I did my last employed job. And it's sort of sat in the shed for the last, I say shed, we've got a cabin in the back of our garden, which was an office. It's sat in there, getting dusty, and it just needs to get gone. Now, the way I would list this one, because it's fairly specific, is we need some more information on what the monitor is. So this is a Philips 273V. If we type that into Google, Philips 273V, let's see what comes up. Here we go, full LCD monitor. Now this has got a code on the back, and the reason I took a second photo of this, let's see if we can find it. Let's just open it again. Let's have a look at screen back. There we go. this will have the model number. So 273V QDAB39. QDAB, so that one's that says 27, so I'm assuming that's a smaller monitor. Let's pop that into the search. Here you go. So it's now pulling up the exact monitor that we're looking for, so we need to go through those and check for the best price. But I'd say here, look, you can buy new for around £140. This one's 118. If you click on it, you'll probably find it's a different size. That one's a 24-inch, ours is a 27-inch. So about 140 quid. So what we would list this at is pretty much half price or below. So for this one, let's pop it into our tracker. We're going to go Philips monitor. This is the new one, and we're going to list that for, let's say, £60 or £65. Now, I'm probably being a bit biased there because I obviously paid quite a bit of money for it. If this doesn't sell on Facebook, I'll probably knock the price down to £60, and people are always going to barter. They're never going to pay the price that you list. So £65, they'll probably try and knock you down anyway. If it doesn't sell, I'll list it at 60, then 55. If it doesn't sell after that, I'll just put it on eBay and see what we can get for it. While it's on eBay, I'll still keep it listed on Facebook Marketplace, because what might happen is it gets sold. Just put on your eBay listing that you are listing it elsewhere and reserve the right to remove it. So that's the monitor. That will go up on both. And then let's see if we got anything else. This was one of the, actually it should fit under the return to sender. We bought a tap for our kitchen. Of course I didn't measure how big the tap needed to be. Got it in, didn't even fit under the units. It looked ridiculous. Of course I still wanted to fit it because I didn't want to go out and buy another tap. My wife said, no, you need to do this properly. So going to sell this. Again, we'll list this for £20 and see if we can just get a sale. So let's put this one in as well. So tap, Amazon return. We're going to list that as £20. So as you can see so far, if all of these items sell in the next week, we could have an additional, let's work this out, so 65, that's 100, £150 in the next week from just listing things that we no longer need in our house. Just by listing something that wasn't needed in our house, we can get rid of this today, tomorrow, maybe in the next couple of days. Not only do we free up space for storage for when we get our stock in the build phase, but we're also making cash that we can use to invest. Now, we've got plenty of other items that we're going to list over the next week or so, as well as from episode 2, we've still got all our return to sender items to go through, get listed on Vinted and Facebook Marketplace. So all of that will happen in the next couple of weeks. And one point that we didn't mention in episode 2, which is, so if we go back to episode 2 where we had the shirt that needed to be sold, there was one thing that I didn't suggest, which I'm going to put in as a little extra nugget into this episode, which is if you have, so this was the shirt. It was a terrible unironed, creased photo that I took, so I could go away and iron it. But I did look at the so after the episode, while I was going to list this, I did look at the label of the item, and it has a store code on it, which was this code here, 398173. So I put River Island 398173 into Google, and this is the exact shirt that they're selling now. So not only do I know what it's being listed as new, I don't because it's no longer for sale, but I could know if it was there. I can also grab some photos that was used on the website to get a decent image of the shirt. Now, I would list those on Facebook to get it sold. It's a good representation of what it should look like on a very handsome and muscular man. I definitely couldn't model it that way. So it's another little tip for how you can get these clothes and returns sold by using the images and details that were online. You could equally, if this was still for sale in River Island, you could list the link. This is what it looks like, brand new. If you were to buy this from the shops now and pay postage, it's going to cost you 36 quid. But if you buy it from me now, which is still brand new, and I'll still ship it directly to you, it's only going to cost you £10 or £15. So another little tip on how you can get that one done and get those listed. So we'll keep you posted on what happens with our listings. There's a couple up here, a few more things. You can see the monitors listed there for £30. And when we sell these things, we'll do you an update. They're all going to go into our tracker, which you can download at the Lifestyle Entrepreneur website, which is the link in the bio now. Please subscribe, stay tuned in, keep hustling. Remember, there are 4 stages in the hustle phase, and we are on stage 3, so there's one more episode to come. Keep it up, let us know how you're getting on in the comments, and we will see you very soon.